Ooh, I think it's past time.
One more thing. I would just like to introduce the people at the head table here. Okay, as you all know, Ruti, who is our music instructor, comes to us very enthusiastically all the time. Thank you, Ruti. Okay, I'd like to thank Rabbi Alan Schranz. He gave up his day off to come here to lead this for us.
Yay!
And of course,
Anybody know? We remember the tears, the crying of the children of Israel were slaves. So let's all take a piece of parsley. Take your green parsley. Let's dip it in the water. Right, and parents and children, let's say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri
What's your Haggadah down?
Now this is something.
Open your mouth and put me in. Baked in the desert by the sun. Pesach is coming. Oh, what fun! A little what this. Open your mouth and put me in. Baked in the desert by the sun. Pesach is coming. Oh, what fun! They work so hard all day. King Pharaoh, what do you say? No, 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 I will not let them go. No, 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 I will not let them go. And this is the Rabbi Spencer to do it one more time. Everybody loud, and oh listen, oh listen, oh listen, clean your hands. Oh listen, please let my people go. They want to go away. They work so hard all day. King Pharaoh, what do you say? No, 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 I will not let them go. No, 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 I will not let them go.
You don't have to hold it right in front of your eye. Okay? Don't hide.
I think we should sing happy birthday to her.
Sure.
What about that, Dave?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It may not have been their limo. I don't know. No, there's no hiding. Don't hide. Don't bother trying to hide. Yeah, well, go look around the corner. Go out there and look around the corner. This is June 4th, 1992. Okay, open that door. Open that door.
I don't think they want to get out.
All right, what's going on in there? What's going on in there? Hey. Boy, I wouldn't recognize you. Boy, did they do a job on you.
Hi, darling. Hi, Aaron. Hi, sweetie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. A little surprised, yeah.
I cannot believe it.
Turn the radio down a little bit. going to be too many people in the way. Actually, I want to get a shot of them, actually, is what I want to get. Girls, you look great. Boy, you girls look great.
Hi, David.
Hi, how's it been? A long day?
We had a fabulous day.
Really? Demi, let me get a look at you. You look absolutely, wow.
You like my shoes?
Your excuse.
Where's Jake? Jake is here.
Jake's in Sacramento.
I know. Is he okay?
How should we know?
Very nice.
Please come on in and have a seat. We can bring in some extra chairs. There are a lot of seats over there. And Sarah's 40th birthday party.
It's my 40th. It's on Sunday.
Sorry, she's still in her 30s for a few more days. First, I want to thank a few of the people who made this possible. Debbie Allen, and Margie Gross, and Elise Hines, and terrible names.
She's everywhere. And
Oh, there you go.
and don't forget Beverly.
Yeah, most of all, Beverly Schmier. Walter had something to do with it. But Beverly bears a large part of the burden. And really, I almost didn't recognize Sarah when she got out of the limo. She did a great job. Really did. Now, I think the reason we put you through this, at least my reason, is we wanted this to be sort of like the mother of all surprise parties. And I hope that after a day like this, you would consider not doing this to me again. We'll discuss that later. As everyone knows, Sarah's a very special person. She really gives of herself in many ways. Actually, could I ask for the music to be turned down? Thank you. Great job. For just this song? I was saying, Sarah is involved in so many different circles and activities, and gives of her time and her effort and her inspiration and creativity. And she was just telling me, it was yesterday or the day before, that she's taken a new attitude now that she's going to be 40. She's become more cynical and she's tired of giving all of this, so you're going to see a new one.
Yeah, right.
Laid back.
Oh, laid back.
Excuse me, Lenny, I'm going to come
Not
right over
taking it
this
so
way.
seriously. All right, I think Elise Hines has some remarks. Elise is a gerontologist. She does social surveys.
Yeah, Debbie?
Surveys, something to do with sociology. And along those lines, she has a couple things to say.
His first words to us before we sat down were, "I'll pay, girls." And then she proceeded to come up with more ideas than Sarah for doing things. We were going here, we were going there, and I mean, this is going to be a 20. Sarah, you don't know where we're going after this. do the invitation, I said, okay, let's describe 5 words. And let me report that like most research, people don't answer surveys, so I didn't get as many surveys as I would have liked, but we probably got 50%, which is very good, and probably is statistically significant. Although I suspect that it was largely women who filled it out. But this is the year of the women, so that's okay, and we're here to honor them. So I thought since not everybody filled it out, I wouldn't fill in the answers. I would let you guess some of the things that people said, or I grouped them in categories. And what do you think most people, it isn't in rank order, said about Sarah? A word that would describe her. Anybody?
Excitement.
Fun.
Well, fun.
Deeply religious. That's 2 words.
2 words. I think most people saw Sarah as energetic.
Thank you, Mary.
And I think what they meant by it was that she was witty, fun, energetic, effervescent, special, and I think
How do you know what we meant?
I'm a Terminator. That's what social scientists do. They get these answers and then they make them fit what they want to say, and I'm good at doing that most of the time. And what I think about Sarah is, I think about her ability to tell a story with sort of energy and gusto. The most mundane thing. She had me on the phone the other day telling me about her nearly broken toe and how she was going somewhere. And this morning she said to me, she's in her nice gown, looking charming, and she says to me, do you want to see my toe? I said, do you really want to see her toe? But be that as it may.
Anybody want to?
She'll show you that later.
Pass it around.
So energetic was the first thing. Anybody? That what came up the most. The second?
Karen.
Lloyd.
Good job. Good
Lee was there. What was that?
Hungry.
Organized was one, but what came up most, second most, was loyal. That Sarah is loyal. And you wonder why I'm dressed so garishly. People in this country who are loyal wrap themselves in the flag. Sarah didn't have a flag. I wrapped myself in my flag costume for Sarah. But I think what all of us say in loyal, that Sarah, if she believes in something, she goes full throttle on it for almost any issue, from big to small. Sarah is passionate about it, and she's loyal to her friends, and we love her for that. And then the third most popular thing was caring. And I think anyone who knows Sarah views her as a caring person. If somebody is in need, Sarah's there. When she feels you're not in need, she moves on to the next person. Because she can't stay too long. She always finds somebody,
Where's my lawyer?
a lady in Santa Glen Market, a homeless person, anybody. Sarah, if they're in need, Sarah, when she feels they're okay, she's on to the next. I think then there were a number of comments, which I will tell you about more. They had to do with her mouth, I guess. And I would say people said she was gutsy, outrageous, outspoken, a hardliner, and direct. And I put all of those under the category of mouth because I didn't know how else to do it.
Big mouth.
Well, I didn't get survey, but you like this
Big mouth.
And other people did talk about her neatness, her organization, her wit, and how dynamic. I don't know if they're confidential. Somebody compared her to a puppy dog qualities. And Sarah, I had a few things that I thought might fit with this occasion. Oh, the other thing, one of her brothers thought she was overindulged, and after spending I tend to agree it was most indulgent, and someone else put she was hedonistic. And
I want to know who that
I don't even know how to say it. Everybody stand up.
What does it mean? I think because you're growing older, Sarah, you should continue the hedonism. So I have, it's not the same as the cucumber milk, but it's body massage oil for you. And this is a footsie roller for your little foot. I got it. And we could do it on your back, or we have.
I'm overwhelmed. I really
We're not finished.
I think you should get up and model what we did.
Well, I'm going to Tupperware, you mean?
Pussy roll looks like it has more than 100 uses.
Other people.
Did I mention my broken toe?
Sarah met us this morning, and what she started the evening as saying she wasn't 40 yet. She thought she was going to a surprise luncheon, and her plan, I think, for the day was to buy party favors for her friends who were coming. And she told me when we got to the house, she had a bunch of napkins that she was writing on. They say 30, still 30. Who's paying today? Still in my 30s for a few more days.
I bought some
Still
napkins.
30. She gave this to me. Still 30. Too bad you're not. And she wanted me all day to fill these out for her so she could give them out at lunch. But I got you a little something, Sarah. It says 39 forever. You can wear it for a few more days.
Thank you.
And then I was in the bookstore, and I found this book called You Know You're Grown Up When. And I bought it, and then when I looked at it, it didn't apply to Sarah at all, because Sarah isn't grown up. But then, Sarah, I wanted you to know you've come of age when someone gives you a consumer guide to aging. It's my book. You can buy it at the bookstore.
It's a paid political announcement.
And then I have a little something. I think people said Sarah was young forever, or youthful, or energetic. And I think, Sarah, you've aged to perfection. The only thing wrong is it needs a haircut. So I brought a little scissor. And I think sometimes your haircuts are a little extreme. Anyway, please join me in wishing Sarah, who is a perfect person, a very happy birthday.
Which one are you?
Sarah, your mother's by New York.
First, I have a question.
A mother?
Is this what my sister's 35th birthday party is like?
You missed it. I'm still ticked off.
Now, a 40th birthday is a big thing, and my sister is very special. I would choose different words to describe her, but very special. I'm still reeling from the time when Mrs. Fishman gave us an apron and a deck of cards for our birthdays, and she convinced me that the apron was for me. And you will notice in the birthday cake, for those of you who don't understand it, that a part of my life has always been getting half of the birthday cake, with Sarah wiped out and Happy Birthday Kenny written on it. Anyway, I was standing there in Shreve's the other day in San Francisco. Now, if you know Shreve's, it's a fine jewelry store, and I was looking at this beautiful necklace with 16 perfect square-cut diamonds. But it was $160,000, and before I bought it, I thought that I would just call those people closest to Sarah to find out what she really wanted. And the person who answered the phone first was Aaron, and he said, well, you know, she painted the house all white with white enamel, and therefore it can never be repainted anything else. And what she really needs is something to decorate it with, something that will bring, you know, an intensifying color. This is one of the things that she does all the time. And so, in order to accomplish that, the suggestion was a potato gun, or a spud gun as it's called, and it shoots little pellets of potatoes. And I thought that if you shoot those against the walls, they will indeed intensify the color.
Absolutely gonna kill you. He just wants to have your name on it.
Excuse me. Because I know the political happens to it. That's just kidding. So, in order to help her with that, I bought for her a bug gun.
And let me guess, because of the fact that there might
And
be...
because of the political problems, I bought it. Okay, now, of course, I talked to Hannah. Hannah's probably the smartest of the group.
Yeah.
And she said, what Mommy would really like,
It's that necklace you were talking about earlier.
what Mommy would really like are ants for the children. You know, I thought it was a little strange, but that's what she wants. So that's what I got. Here are thousands of little ants for the children.
And because of the political situation in our house.
I bought ants for everyone. I wonder if these things work in a vacuum cleaner. Well, anyway,
I guess that'll be fun. Didn't we do this before?
We weren't sure whether Sarah was going to see her birthday card, so we decided that...
invitation.
I'm sorry, the invitation. And not knowing that all these other pictures would be here, we wanted to make sure you had the picture that was on your birthday card. I sometimes have a really bad sense of humor and wanted it instead to say that, but she's still a kid at heart. My wife discouraged me, but I couldn't resist the line. So far tonight, I'm extremely disappointed with this party. I think a lot of you were at Sarah's 35th birthday, and we heard a lot of really funny ice cubes over the top of the television set before David came home. And beginning at my own 40th birthday party, which was fairly recently, I began to look forward to the concept of revenge, because Sarah is somebody who participates greatly at parties like this in putting on skits and coming up with some fairly embarrassing information. And revenge is usually a dish, as we all know, best served cold. But at my own 40th birthday, we also saw a slightly but similar side to Sarah, which is a very dear one. Sarah, in her own inimitable style, came up at my 40th birthday party to my father-in-law, whose wife had fairly recently died, only about a year earlier, and said, "Eli, have I got a girl for you?" By the next day, had arranged for them to meet. They immediately became fast and wonderful dear friends. And now for the last couple of years, the six of us, Sarah and David and Gloria and myself and my father-in-law and his girlfriend, go out and celebrate the day after my birthday party. The day they... But that is really Sarah, and it's just another part of the same personality. And we love you for it.
Thank you.
And for that, we will spare you, at least I will this evening.
And I consider that to be a great honor.
Anyone else?
Anyone? Anyone?
And I need to stay near Sarah because I too
I'm
have a
here.
shopping bag. And she has a few things she has to open. No, I don't want the ants, thank you. As some of you may know, Sarah and I usually celebrate happy and special occasions by writing a poem. But my partner in crime was nowhere to be found, and I couldn't ask her to help, so I didn't dare do a poem without her. So instead I decided to buy you a few treats like your brother, and I thought that would picture you a little bit. So the first one sure it's the right one. Talks a little bit about what your brother talked about. But I...
Fishman?
No, your house and its color scheme and I call it your obsessive-compulsive behavior and what we know you love about your house. This is a purse-size survival kit for your home.
It's in a bottom way out. Oh.
So you should never have to have a spot.
No, I really needed this.
You did. There are all those little nicks and scratches. Aren't too many, but anyway. The second part of the gift is to honor Sarah, the good deed doer. Sarah the saint. I'm sure we have heard many of the stories about all the good deeds that Sarah does. The school things she runs, the people and lost souls she saves, the housekeepers she takes care of, the schools she gets their children into, the jobs she finds for them at Sinai Temple, their husbands, so they should get benefits. Well, Sarah has told me that she thinks this is going to get her a place in housekeeper heaven. And so, just so you have access to housekeeper heaven,
Leon and Helmsy.
it's a key to the pearly gates.
Thank you
You're very
so
welcome.
much.
And this is my favorite, and this is really in my official capacity.
Which is?
Which is, I'm really here representing the organized Jewish community tonight. Some of you don't know that. But in my professional life, I work at the Federation, and they asked me to come tonight because they know who you are, and they know all about you. They know how you run the school, how you sit on the temple board, how you're the team mother, how you break your foot playing basketball or softball, and how you're always there for everybody. And so as the representative of the Jewish community, I give you the first annual Community Award named in your honor.
I am overwhelmed. Is it the first annual for something?
Well, I don't know if we'll ever be able to find anybody to get the second one.
92 Community Queen Bee.
It's a queen bee.
I am overwhelmed because the Jewish community, which brings me to the point that, every year I do make the Kol Nidre appeal in our congregation, and it would be so much easier if we could start it off right now. It is overwhelming.
Could I say,
Oh, please.
I want you all to know that Sarah and David and their children, but Hannah did come to my house. And we were up in the mountains, and it was really wonderful, and they came there to relax, and they did not make their bed for 3 days. So,
But who's counting?
I invited them back.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you, all
I'd like
of
to
you.
say something to Sarah. I really want to say something to Elise, who's our social scientist tonight, and she was commenting on the poor turnout of returns, the questionnaire. Actually, he had sent out a ballot letting everybody know the regulations from the bylaws of when they have to get it in by and what it has to say. We might have gotten a better response. And Sarah knows what I'm talking about. Maybe if we had a meeting of the executive committee before this tonight. But I feel a lot of solidarity with you, Sarah. So much so that I almost brought my pink ribbon. Sarah really does have a lot of friends at the temple. And I remember 5 years ago when you had your
30th.
30th. I was looking at the pictures of you as a kid, and I was thinking that you really are a testimony to the art of self-improvement. And if you really want to see Sarah over here as a child, and at the very top here, you see her back. That's what it looks like today. When Ellen and I were asked to write the questionnaire of describing you with 5 adjectives, the one that I came up with was Cole Haan shoes. Sarah's the only person I know who has more shoes than Imelda Marcos. And that means one thing, Sarah. That one day you should be a president and out of the Philippines.
Alan Trance, my brother, Eric Schmier. Did I introduce everyone that's been up? I wouldn't want anyone to miss anyone who anybody is.
First of all, Elise.
Where is Elise?
Right here.
Where's
Yours?
mine? I mean, I thought this was supposed to be a roast. So far, everybody thinks it's a nice thing. I got it.
Oh, I'm making your bed one here.
What the hell? Well, she's sorting through that. Maybe I can think of a couple of them.
Here it is.
Baby. Blind Ridge, baby.
I apologize to the rabbi. All right. My 5 words were overweight, overindulged,
Did you mark that one already?
overdrawn, overstaffed, and over the hill. About 6 weeks ago, David called me to discuss what I thought he said was a celebration of Sarah's 4th. And perhaps I was unduly caustic when I hastily replied, and excuse me, Rabbi, holy shit, man. Why can't you be hopping on your accounts receivables with as much vigor and frequency as you're hopping on my sister? No. 40th we're to celebrate. And can you say something funny or just nice about Sarah? I'll try. But really, how can you say something nice or funny about someone with Sarah's track record with me? For instance, the present company is not really included in this next one. Over the last 20 years, Sarah set me up with some 57 different women who were originally described as, quote, perfect for me. Does Sarah not know that although an ingredient of compatibility might be matching IQ levels, it definitely does not mean matching testosterone levels? Although, come to think about it, Dave and Sarah do seem quite compatible.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean.
Because
Oh,
your
Sarah.
brother will have a birthday party soon.
Oh, Sarah says, as I'm invited, as I'm in Los Angeles for a short trip, she says to me, I've invited someone over for dinner that I thought you'd like to meet. Dinner. Now that's a laugh. Unless Leela prepares it on Arizona Street. Look out. So I meet what appears to be a decent woman at Sarah's house, and Sarah serves her dinner. The main course, the only course, of course, chicken breasts. Well, I've heard of blackened fish.
When do you know this is all? When do you know the
But
tape?
blackened chicken breasts?
It'll say it. So. Oh, what? Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's
It's
just
broiler burned on one side and freezer burned on the other. Inside, it's dry as the Mojave Desert at the end of a Jubilee drought. I swear my sister does not know the difference between a meat thermometer and a rectal thermometer. No matter, I couldn't communicate with the woman who was invited for dinner anyhow because the decibel level in Sarah's dining room exceeds that of the Los Angeles International Airport. Say something funny or nice. I'm trying. But how can it? When when I go on a camping and raft trip with Sarah, and David, and Jacob, and Uncle Kenny, and I'm assigned by Sarah. I'm assigned. I'm a Lieutenant Junior Gray of the United States Naval Reserve, and she's making the assignment to me. So I'm assigned to share a two-man tent with Jake. I'm instructed to either wear a life preserver to sleep, or to be sure to pick Jake up between 2:15 and 2:26 a.m. for the purpose of helping him to make a tinkle. Did you ever try to pick up a snoring child out of a sleeping bag in the middle of the night? Ain't so easy. Did you ever try to pick up a snoring child out of a sleeping bag in the middle of the night in a tent with an overhead clearance of 4 feet 11 inches? And I'm supposed to say something nice. Well, I get Jacob out of the tent, get his pajama bottoms down, and nicely tell him to tinkle. Nothing happens. Finally, I decide that I really got to talk to Jake on his own level. So I say, Jake, damn it, will you piss already? Jake replies, no, damn it, I don't have to piss. Okay, I carry him back into the tent. My back is ruined. I think I've re-herniated my repaired hernia and ruptured my other side as well. I'm back in my sleeping bag at 2:27 a.m. Next thing I know, I'm awakened by the morning sun warming our tent. Instead of smelling, as in the TV commercials, the aroma of coffee coming in from the morning tent, I'm greeted by the smell of, well, let's just say I now understand LBJ's oft-quoted saying, I'd rather have the SOB inside the tent pissing out rather than outside the tent pissing in. And I'm supposed to say something nice. How can I say something nice about a sister who uses her brother's office as a child care center? Every excuse she gets, she puts one or two of those works of art of hers on a plane, calls us at our office after the flight is taken off, and tells us that the flight is arriving in 55 minutes. At the same time, informing us that it was not her credit card that the tickets were charged to.
Carol does that.
And I'm supposed to say something funny and nice. Yeah. Now, I lived with Sarah for about 6 months, or maybe it was a year, I don't remember. It probably seemed like 10. When I moved to Los Angeles, just after Sarah had graduated from UCLA. Now, I don't know what they teach at UCLA, but I can sure as hell tell you what they don't teach at UCLA. My sister doesn't know a thread from a needle, a steam iron from a branding iron. She can't water a plant, or boil an egg, or even make a bed. If Sarah didn't have a date to take her to dinner, or me to make her dinner, she'd go on a diet. One of Sarah's first jobs was with Bullocks. And she would come home from work exhausted and bitterly complaining how her employer had the audacity to actually require work out of her. I remember having to give Sarah a lesson on etymology. I had to explain to Sarah that when the founders of the English language were all getting together to put together their vocabulary, they would have chosen the word F-U-N for the expected effort and result to be performed and achieved by employees. It was going to be a good old time. Instead, they chose W-O-R-K because it was going to be a boring, unfun activity. When this finally sunk in to Sarah, I think she decided to consider the word W-I-F-E. Sarah does have discretion. On her last trip to what Hannah refers to as San Francisco, she was taking Hannah for a stroll in Hannah's stroller down California Street.
He needs a new battery.
Now, for those of you that don't know California Street, it's probably as steep as an Olympic ski jump.
Battery in there.
Sarah, in a rare moment of inattention, hit an obstruction, and Hannah pirouetted out of the stroller at a speed approaching Mach 2. She went all the way down California Street. As a result, Hannah developed a huge bump on her head, which 2 days later grew to the size of, well, like that actor in Elephant Man. I don't know if you saw it, but that's pretty much the way Hannah looked. As the mass started to go down, so did the blood of this lump on her head to her eyes. So she had these two huge black eyes and a big lump on her head. At the airport on the way home, understandably a little irritable, Hannah was, and she was causing some minor tension amongst the Aftergood family. David thought this an opportune time to try out a technique in child rearing that I've been advocating to them for years. Discipline. She starts to scold Hannah, warning her that if she doesn't quiet down, she'll get a spanking. Whereupon Sarah places a chokehold on David, admonishing him to shut the hell up. Because with Hannah's two black eyes and that huge hematoma on her forehead, both David and Sarah were running the risk of being thrown into the slammer with Bill Clinton's head. That is discretion. Well, maybe I've had some trouble saying something nice. But those two words do seem to describe Sarah.
What?
She truly is nice and funny. She does countless nice things for many people, and she brings joy through her good nature and delightful sense of humor to most everyone with whom she comes in contact.
Piss people off. So all of you have my word on this, and I hope that you'll be back for the 50th. I just want to share. The Sullivans are here. I'm so glad they're here. Wait. My parents, Beverly, Walter, my brother Kenny, my sister Leela Nutker, Aftergood, my in-laws, my mother, my son Aaron. It's been such a long day. My roommates from college are here. My first roommate who abandoned me, where's Kenny and Michael? Where's Michael? Kenny? My first roommate from college had abandoned me after meeting me 6 minutes. My second roommate from college abandoned me before we even met. She was out the room. Probably my oldest mentor in college. I was still in college, but I was part of the workforce that told me it was time to grow up, and that was probably 20 years ago. It was pretty hard then. So that, I would say, would be that level of generation. Yeah, well, Marjorie, come back. Roommate, another roommate from college also left before we became sorority sisters. That, we were SCT sisters together. If anyone wanted to hear a song, we could probably sing an SCT song. And then I met a whole other generation of work people. I guess I didn't work too much because I don't have any work friends. I will say. Felicia, absolutely. Felicia was my workmate and my playmate, and just helped me get married and decorate my first house. And yeah, okay. My workforce. Wait a minute. I want to come back to my workforce for a minute because that's Harriet and Mark from the workforce, and then I quickly went to the WIFE. And with Felicia, I worked together, and we decorated the house and got married. She got me through all that. And I will say the nicest part, I mean, all these people, but the nicest thing, my kids. My kids are so nice. But what has really been so nice about my kids is I've met so many neat people through my children. And I thank you all, and to my friends, I just want to tell you what we did today. I have to tell you what we did. Does everybody want to hear what we did today?
Yeah. Just the massage.
It was the most unbelievable day, because we started off at 8:30 this morning, and we started off with a limo, a white long-stretched limo. I was in my nightgown, and I had some of the silliest girls walking up my stairs saying, "Happy birthday, Elise, Margie, Debbie, and Pam, and Beverly." And they're there. And so that, I just had to put some clothes on, and that we were going to be going for the day, bring something nice to wear. Little I didn't know, I actually thought the end of the day, which you'll hear in a minute what I thought we were doing, I thought it was a little strange. We were at the La Brea Theater in my best summer outfit. Anyway, so we immediately went at 8:30 this morning and Lenny was outside my house. Where's Lenny? What a guy. He was out there watching. We thought he was the limo driver. And we then drove to Campanile La Brea Bakery for breakfast and had a divine assortment of every pastry and baked good they had. We had a driver, Stan. And we had champagne on the way to the bakery at 8:30 this morning, and then we did have these baked goods, and we kind of had a good time. Beverly was a little blown away about the prices of La Brea Bakery. And I think that if I ever had any kind of inheritance, it's probably gone by now. She was a little shocked, I have to say. And so then we got back in with Stan, our main man, for the next agenda, and we get to a place at the corner of Beverly and Oxford. I'd never heard of where that was. And we get there, and we went to a spa. And we apparently had, it must have been about 10 o'clock, we apparently had 5 hours to kill. So we had every massage they offered. And the 5 of us were running around having every spa they had to offer. And it was the most delightful, delicious, wonderful. I mean, we had every oil, every avocado, every pore on my body, behind my ears. I mean, just everything. And then we got dressed to go out for the evening. Stan was once again back. And Stan was picking up the gals, and he wanted to know if we were hungry, where we wanted to go to eat. And I thought we were going to the Ivy, because they had told me they were going to take me to the Ivy. And they said, well, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? We went to Pink's. We went to Pink's, and we were the best dressed people probably at Pink's. I stuck to the furniture, and I got some sort of substance back here. And then Stan, our driver, insisted that he wanted to have pictures of us at all these occasions. So what happened was, there were a lot of hungry people at Pink's today. So there were 5 of us that couldn't decide whether it was low-fat, high-fat, kosher. We were, really in line there. And there were all these other people that were waiting to order. They didn't really think it was actually my birthday. And then we did sit down and eat. And then we go back in the car. I'm already feeling good. Those chili dogs. And we go back. I think we drove around the block a couple times. And we go to the La Brea Theater to go to the movies. I mean, what else would we do in the afternoon? We saw Player this afternoon. And then it started at 4 o'clock apparently, and at 6 o'clock, Debbie announces, we gotta go. Now, it is a really gripping movie, and it was the last 11 minutes of the picture. You just can't leave. And Debbie said, we gotta go. And, it was really something. Pam was the only one of the 5 of us that had seen the movie before, so she said, you can't go. So we're yelling across each other.
Pam's fine. I want everyone to know that I'm always late, but everyone blames it on me. It's Pam's fine.
So then we ended up sticking it out and staying for the whole time. Once again, Stan is there, and we're in a big hurry. We run out of the theater, and the 2 guys with the tattoos behind us were saying, the movie must be over, because we just can't watch it. And then we run, and I didn't call you. I mean, it just never came up to call you. So then we hightail over here, because Stan, supposedly our driver of the evening, had another gig tonight, and he had to get rid of us. And they pull up here, and they start Debbie starts telling me, I gotta move over, because they're letting some more people in the car. And I tell you, it was really a day to end all days. It was a spectacular day that Debbie and Pam set me off so well. And they don't care, they don't know what they're doing. Elisa's so busy this week. Marty kept saying, I don't know what we're doing this week. It was such a day. It was the greatest day of my life. And to see all of you here, I just want to go home. The cutest guy ever. You said earlier about him being he was, you were his detail man. And then he is the dearest guy, and it has not been easy. I think it probably isn't. Although you have to quote one. That's my favorite line.
Yeah, I was in my office, and one of my associates, the patient of one of my associates, was passing by, and he happens to be a former president of Sinai Temple, a very august personality, and an attorney, retired attorney, older gentleman. And I introduced myself to him, and he knew who I was. And he said, boy, that wife of yours, she is really a mover. So I said, yes, I know. And he goes, boy, you really can't keep her down on the farm. So I said, no, you can't.
And then he did that he wouldn't want to keep me on the farm. He would. Anyway, I can't begin to tell you what a terrific guest list this is. And honestly, I am absolutely overwhelmed and thrilled. And did I introduce you to my sister-in-law? Debbie's parents and producers, Holly and Bob. I wish that everyone would at some point get to know each other Carol Stein came all the way over here for my birthday. I mean, it's really such a nice, I could stay here all night, although I am tired, and it's such a day. And who's got my children? I don't know where our children are tonight, but it has been really, my cousin, it has really been a great day. And actually, all of you were kind of pulling my leg this week. And I expect that all of you that invited me to a luncheon on my birthday, I think it's only fair that you do, maintain that. And have my lawyer, Aaron, please write the contract then. Yeah.
I want to
I know, we gotta go, I know. My tennis partner for 10 years who...
Sarah, somebody wrote, I wrote a poem because you wrote one for me.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I sit down? And I'm
Please.
shy. Can I read it? Okay. I did it to Gary and I did it together. Neatness, no tchotchkes are her claim to fame. A close second to those is her matchmaking game. No food in her icebox, zipped in the pantry. You'd all guess that Sarah would wear a size 3. At the Salvation Army, you'll probably find the last gift you bought her marked down to $5.99. Vacations are special, price not the concern. Why shouldn't she party? Isn't it Kenny's money she burns? Should you see Speedy Sarah driving near you someday, if you value your life, you'll stay out of her way. But one last thing is certain, lost for words this gal is not. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. You're now 40. Real hot.
Thank you. Okay.
Before we light the cake and have the final ceremonies, we'd like to tell you how glad we are that you all came. Sarah is a fun person. She was always fun. She is always fun, even when she was a little girl and she came up the stairs from our basement in Michigan and she had her underpants on. She had 2 ping pong balls in her underpants and she said, "Look, Mommy, I'm like the boys now."
I tell Hannah that doesn't have that and is always sad that she doesn't have the same voice. I keep telling everybody I know that has one, I'm not that impressed with.
But anyhow, we really want to thank you girls, Debbie and Elise and Margie and Pam and Jean and Gloria and everybody who helped to put this thing on the way, and we're glad you're here.
Yes, we are glad you're all here to share our sense of Natas in this occasion of our daughter's 40th birthday. You've met the 3 boys, and of course, I don't think it's any secret that we share something of a note of pride in the boys. But I must confess that while the boys' sons bear a close sense of Natas in our hearts, there's nothing like the note of Natas that we share, or our father shares for his daughter. That she has brought us dividends in the form of 3 wonderful grandchildren, one of whom is here. And of course, the main sharing was when she brought home David. Of all things, a doctor. Insurance create a sense of concern in the early years because 1 year went by. And there was no note of anything arising. 2 years went by, still no note of what was to be expected. So I finally said to Beverly, "We love that doctor's son-in-law, but what the hell do they teach in those medical schools today as to how to bring the dividends in?" But anyway, they finally arrived. And I think on this occasion, Rabbi, is there a special prayer? I think we can all say together, let
Isaac, I have proof that you were here. La 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 la. Everybody tired. They play this in Sacramento? No, they must have. Well, it's different in Israel. Everybody wants to bring them up. It'll be better organized. David playing? Yeah. Who? Oh, yeah. Hannah, turn around. Tell Hannah to look at me. Hi, Hannah.
I think you should hold Micha back next year so that the kids in kindergarten. Joyce, they won't even graduate together. Hold them back. You have to plan a graduation. I know. Right. Take us 2 years to get everyone's names spelled right.
Who was doing what at shul on this? What? Who was doing what at shul?
She was bat mitzvah. She was the teacher.
She did what? She had her bat mitzvah.
Without you?
Oh, I mean, that's what I... La la la. Such a sad song.
Tell me.
find that out? Oh. Irene, does David have any homework?
Kids have homework tonight? Oh.
Shira does?
Well, I told Aaron Jacob to tell me. Shira has never not had homework.
What about David? Yeah, she's right there. Look at her. Jacob, very nice. Good. Good plucking. Good knee drop.
Small World is a song about different nationalities. There are many different nationalities in this world.
So small,